Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. I am Darman Fauzan Dhahir. I'm going to present my paper entitled Shaping and Maintaining Anti-Littering Behavior of the Community in Indonesia. As we know that waste accumulation has much negative impacts on the environment, health, and economy. East Asia and Pacific region, where Indonesia is located, was the largest contributor to the world garbage in 2016. In Indonesia, the community's littering behavior is blamed as one of the causes of the problem. Government and the regional level have actually established and implemented several anti-littering policy programs, but they have not shown the maximum impacts on changing the people's littering behavior. Or it shows impacts but only produce unsustainable impacts. That is why the current study was conducted in aims to synthesize the things that are able to form, enhance, and maintain the anti-littering behaviors. To get the answer, we did the literature reviews. We learned a variety of empirical research results, experiments, and reviews to find the methods of forming, enhancing, and maintaining anti-littering behaviors in general. We realized that it's not a must if a method is successful in a certain region, then it will be also be successful into another region. That is why we also explored the characteristic of the Indonesian people related to the waste problems. This data collection would be filtered so that the formulated problem-solving layer suite for the implementation in Indonesia. As a result, things that have the potential to shape and enhance the anti-littering behavior of the community, such as the first is knowledge, and the second is perception. Various studies suggest that the knowledge and perception are closely related to the behavior of waste management. The better one's knowledge and perception of waste, the better his behavior related to the waste tends to be. The third is communication and information. Communication is needed to shape and enhance anti-littering behavior. It is found that in dirty areas, there were no highly influential and motivated people or stakeholders to lead, mobilize, and invite other residents to take action to create and maintain clean environmental conditions. Communication can be conducted whether in a direct people-to-people communication. It also can be done by mediated communication, such as leaflet or using ITs. Number four is collaboration. Even though no one likes dirt, but non-integrated waste management can cause a pile of waste. Number five is the role models. People often commit wrongdoing with reason because other people do it too. It's therefore to form and enhance anti-littering behavior. Role models are needed, all from the government, community leaders, and the public. Number six and number seven is the enforcement and control. The accumulation of waste is found caused by the lack of strict sanction imposed on littering perpetrators. It is also found that improved monitoring and inspection can increase the compliance. That is why the law enforcement and good supervision must be applied to achieve, to shape the anti-littering behavior. Number eight is the environmental engineering. Environmental conditions have the potential to influence whether one will do littering or not. Existing cleanliness, the absence of the existing waste, the existing flowers, and existing watching pictures, have proof preventing people from littering. Number 9 is the facilities availability. The inexistence or too far location of a trash bin prove to make people do littering. That is why, to shape and enhance the anti-littering behavior, facilities that support people to dispose waste properly must be available and must be provided. The next is the result of the people's characters. Based on searches on the characteristic of the people in Indonesia regarding waste management, although not all, but some of them still have the characters that can inhibit anti-littering programs. Regarding low knowledge, it has been revealed that somewhere in Indonesia, the public knowledge about waste is quite good, but the attitudes and action of the community in managing waste are still concerning. Regarding perception, some people still think that waste is a trivial problem, so littering is considered reasonable and will not cause big problem. Regarding the communication, it's not much people there to reprimand to each other. An article thought that somewhere in Indonesia, people still did the littering even in front of the cleaning inspector. Why? Because he didn't reprimand them. Besides, it's also found that people still littering even under the keep clean board warning. Related to the role models and monitoring, some community leaders who are active to invite citizens to maintain cleanliness, even adamantly admonish if someone violates and conduct littering, but still more community members who do not actively participate in maintaining environmental cleanliness. Regarding the collaboration, it was found that the coordination and agreement among the stakeholders, whether the governments, the community, and the activists, were lacking. Each of them seems to run the program more individually. Regarding to the environmental engineering, the effort of local authorities of creating the clean areas made a few communities are depending. Instead of helping to maintain the cleanness, they even tend to attribute the lack of cleanness to the inefficiency of the local authorities to clean up. Regarding the availability of the facilities, despite the garbage disposal have been provided, the level of littering was still high in some area. It's found in literacy. Regarding enforcement and control, some people are actually aware of existence of regulation that prohibit littering and even provide punishment, but they continue to do so for reason that littering is easier, effortless, habitual, and others also do it. So he did it too. And the last reason was the sanctions are not really implemented. Reflecting on the findings, we might conclude that some potential problem solving in achieving the goal of shaping, enhancing, and maintaining anti-littering behavior in Indonesia would be first, collaboration and integration. Stakeholders, especially the government agencies, environmental activists, and communities, must change from individual to collaborative action of anti-littering because the problems cannot be effectively addressed without an integrated management strategy. The second solution is combined solution, which means that uh, tested positive treatments is combined to be implemented to produce the better results. Number 3 is quick response. Some people do littering for reasons that are easier, effortless, habitual, and other people do it too. Also, the indecisive sanction from law enforcement official. Therefore, a quick response needs to be done. When someone does the littering, he should be immediately reprimanded, given warning, or even be given appropriate sanction by the authorities. This will provide lesson and deterrent effects for him and also for other people. The next is how to maintain the effect of anti-littering programs. According to the literatures that we read, to gain the sustainable effects, stakeholders should also maintain the sustained policy program. The program should not stop. But sometimes the program was not effective as it first implemented. It reduced. So innovation is needed. In implementing the policy, policymakers can use the Hopkins A-frame approach to work for the sustainability effects of the programs. The approach consists of six circular continuous steps, such as analysis, strategy, mobilization, action, evaluation, and sustainability. When we achieve the sustainability, we come back to the strategy, mobilization, and so on and so forth. I think that's all my presentation. Thank you very much.